Derrick, we're here at the Mike's Seafood. We wanted to meet you for lunch while we were down here in Houston. You said this is the spot. Why is this your spot? Why is this where you hang out?
Man, this is where everybody come at in Houston. It's like the best food, best seafood I ever tasted, best crawfish. It fills you up and have you feeling good.
We're going to get down on some of that in just a second. Looking around, I guess the owner here actually fights. Mike Tran, he's fighting on Bellator this weekend, and this is a very MMA-friendly place. They got a wall of fame over there, some belts and some autographs. So is this a kind of an MMA spot in town?
Yeah, it's MMA. Just about everyone legacy fighting or furry fighting, everyone comes here to eat, especially after their training. You got Gold's Gym down the street, and a lot of the fighters over there come straight over here after to eat.
We're down here for the Bellator event this weekend. Just speaking to you before we got started, I know 8 of your teammates are fighting on this Bellator card, so you got to be pretty excited for this event. I mean, it's not you fighting, but you got to be really fired up.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm going to see what Kimbo and Dada 5000, see what they do. I seen a little warm-up. I'm like, I don't know if these guys are serious or what, or if they would just finish lifting weights and just try to throw some punches. It was pretty slow to me, but hopefully they'll come to fight.
Yeah, I was pretty excited for that fight, but I'm not going to lie. We were watching him hit pads yesterday, and Dada 5000, I don't want to take anything away from the guy, man, but it did not look crisp on the pads.
Yeah, it looked horrible. It looked like whenever I first started, really. So I didn't know how to throw a punch and this and that, but the guy at Silverback Fight Club, Tony Orozco, he helped me how to throw straight punches and this and that. I had the aggression, but I didn't really have the technique. And I really don't have the technique now, but I'm really a brawler, and I love just to brawl anyway.
I was going to ask you what training is like, because we think about you, we think about that aggression and that power, but I mean, when you're working out, are you working on, hey, let's make sure we're throwing straight, crisp punches, or is it like, let's just go out there and beast?
I go out there every fight, the same mind frame, knock somebody out or get knocked out, and I'm comfortable going in each fight just like that.
Well, what are you working on in the gym every day between fights? I mean, are you working on trying to throw tighter punches, trying to throw more crisp technique, or is it more just keep that aggression because that's what's working for you?
I work on like my speed and conditioning. If in heavyweight division, no matter if your opponent have a higher skill level or is he better than you all around, as long as you have better conditioning than him, and last like in the third round, you can probably finish him most likely.
Yeah. Let's start with 2 years, coming up on 2 years in the UFC now, 7 fights. As you said, progressing, getting better. It seems like every fight out. How do you feel so far? How do you feel your progress has been through your UFC career?
I think since my last fight, I believe I got a lot more comfortable into the octagon. So at first it was like just about every fight, I'm like, damn, what in the hell am I doing? I'm like, the nerves, the fans, I'm not used to fighting in front of millions of people, thousands of people, this and that. So it would just make me a lot nervous before I entered the octagon.
Yeah, you openly admitted that you kind of get a little bit scared. I think most people do. I think most people get nervous. But so you feel like you're kind of getting over that now?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. The last fight really proved that I'm gonna be okay in there. I don't got. It's really most likely I don't want to let my family down. I don't want to let my kids down, and this and that. And they look up to me the most, and I don't want to just let them down.
3 kids?
Yeah, I have 3 kids.
What's that like for them going to see Dad get in there and put in work the way you do? I mean, do they get nervous? They get excited? What do they feel?
Sometimes they tease me, but most of the time they like it, because I be punishing them and this and that, but they sometimes mess with me about some of my fights and this and that. But it's all fun and games, though.
What do they tease you? They make fun like when you lose or something? Or?
Not even whenever I lose. Whenever I get hit or whenever I get taken down, they start laughing, this and that. They like 4, 3, and 12. So, we all have fun with it sometimes.
That's awesome. I know every time it seems like we talk to you, you're talking about your kids. You had kind of a rough childhood and some early issues. To spend some time in jail, right out of high school. Is that kind of your biggest goal, I guess, is to make sure that they don't have to do those experiences and learn those lessons the hard way you did? Is that kind of what you feel like your main goal in life is?
Yes, it's my main goal. As long as my kids have a better childhood, better life than I did, and I feel like mission accomplished, And like growing up, it was just like real tough. I didn't really have the father figure like I was supposed to have to guide me the right way. And And I feel like my experience going through all the stuff I did, like going to prison and this and that, getting all the stuff that happened to me, I believe it made me a better person, better man today, you know, and I just want to steer my kids to the right path.
I know you probably don't like to live through that time and talk about that time a lot, but do you feel like you can also be a lesson to other people? I mean, is that something you want to share about your story moving forward, or do you just try to, let's put it behind and never talk about it again?
Yeah, I got a couple of offers. Some schools want me to go, like my old school, South Springs, want me to go to there and talk to some of the kids, and a couple of churches want me to go there and talk to the youth. And I'm not really ready to be in front of a crowd like that just to be speaking, but we'll see what happens.
You talk about being nervous fighting. I know in interviewing you, you used to be real nervous in front of the media too. I think it may be harder for you than the fights.
Yeah, it is.
Are you getting comfortable with it? Are you getting used to it a little bit?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it a little bit, but I still get nervous. Like right now, I'm sweating, all under my armpits, sweating right now. I'm trying to fan them out, but yeah, I get nervous still.
I gotta say, if it makes you feel any better, you had one of the most memorable moments of an interview I've ever had. You had us all cracking up. It was in New Orleans. I remember I asked you, we were asking everybody about it, what do you think about the new USADA policy? And you just deadpan, man, without even thinking twice. You were like, I've been using this HGH for so long, I ain't even thinking twice. And we all kind of looked around, we're like, I thought he was being serious. I mean, you had us cracking up, rolling. That might have been the funniest moment I've ever had in an interview at anybody in MMA.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got the bottle still right here in my pocket.
So the Beast has a sense of humor.
Yeah, I got a sense of humor. You know, you follow me on Instagram, it's pretty crazy on Instagram.
Yeah, you had a moment in the movie theater the other day. I had to laugh.
Oh man, yeah, that guy there. I was sitting next to some joker, and every time he stick his hand in his popcorn or in his pocket or anything, I'm just staring at him the whole time. I couldn't really enjoy the movie like I wanted to, and it was just like I don't know what his problem was, but it was kind of scary though.
Something a little more fun. I saw after your last fight, of course, you got to celebrate your birthday. And you and Nick Diaz were hanging out in the club popping bottles there.
Yeah.
What was that like? That sounds like a crew.
Yeah, that guy, he was thrown in the game, so he was more out of it than I was, I know for sure. But it was a fun night.
What are you getting at there?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It wasn't no weed smelling, though. It didn't smell like no weed, but it was definitely some vodka popping.
Your last fight, Damian Grabowski, very impressive performance. I think that's probably what most people are going to try to do to you, right? I mean, that's what you're expecting. People are going to come in, try to shoot on you because they don't want to stand with you. So, I mean, is that the way you kind of think most of your fights are going to play out? Guys trying to press in, and you got to make sure you stop that takedown?
I believe that's the wrong game plan to come into. You know, I believe they need to go out there and just try to throw something lucky. You never know, something might land. Like Mehmet Chiron, you know, it landed. You know, but just trying to keep taking me down, it's not gonna happen anymore. You know, I'm not just gonna lay there. I'm gonna try to get up and explode and go to work. You know, it can't get me tired by doing that. I'm not getting tired doing that. I might fight like this and everyone might think he's slow, he's tired. I'm not tired. I haven't been tired yet.
What do you do to work on your conditioning?
It's a place down the street. Like run the hills, like Walter Payton workout and this and that, and it's a bunch of swimming and sprints and stuff like that.
So if people think they can just take you late, that's a mistake.
Yeah, it'd be a big mistake every time.
Another epic celebration from you. I think that's becoming a big part of your signature. Where did that originate from? That is a unique celebration you got.
2010, I used to be in this gym called Silverback Fight Club. You know, the gorilla, and I pounce on the ground everything I do is like a gorilla, and like howling, really like howling into the moon like a gorilla or a werewolf or something like that. So that's what I'm really doing.
Very cool. We dig it. Saw you calling out, well, not necessarily calling out, but just saying Roy Nelson. That'd be a fun fight. Gotten any feedback from the UFC? Have you been talking to Joe Silva at all? You think maybe that might come together? Because as soon as you suggested, I saw a lot of people going, yup, that would be a fight.
Yeah, I was surprised that a lot of people agreed on, it would be a good fight for me and him to fight. Usually it'd be like, oh no, he's too big of a step up for me and this and that. And I really do believe I could beat Roy Nelson, you know. And I got a number of respect for him. I'm a fan of him, actually. You know, it would just be an honor just to fight the guy. And I know he'll put up a good fight. I'm trying to get the bonus. All these guys that I'm fighting don't want to, it seems like they don't want to get the bonus. All they want to do is try to have a boring fight, try to take me down, No, let's give some of the fans, let's get excited about it. You know, give them something to get excited about. But, yeah, me and Roy Nelson would be a good fight.
I agree. Stylistically, I mean, it sounds like the kind of fight he wants too, because he has the same thing. People try to wrestle him and hold him and, you know, tire him out and that sort of thing instead of just throwing down. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. You mentioned, you know, you think you could beat that guy. I think there's a lot of guys you could beat in the top. Are you having to kind of reevaluate what you can accomplish? Because I would think, you know, getting in, you're just, all right, let me see if I even belong here in the UFC. But I mean, I'm starting to think there's some real upside here. Are you kind of having to accept that and realize that?
Yeah, I have. I always believed I could, even before I even got into UFC. Sitting on my couch and I'm like, man, I could beat that guy. Oh yeah, I could beat that guy and this and that. But you know, it just took. If I would have gotten in UFC whenever I used to say that on the couch, I don't think I would have did good. But this last few years, my training really had picked up, and I really could start putting everything together what I've been believing all these years. You know.
I think in the beginning you said you basically just want to make enough money to buy a house and you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, are you still thinking I'm not going to be in this game for a long time, or because you're starting to get comfortable, you're starting to think maybe I will be around a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I believe I'll be here for a little longer. You know, at first it was like most of the nerves. The nerves is so bad. People don't understand. It's not like a football or basketball game. Whenever you have a whole team out there, it's like one individual, and everything is all on that one person. There's so much pressure going into a fight. So much pressure.
How have you started to deal with that?
Really can't deal with it. It's like, I guess, try to take your mind off it just before you go out there. Just try to take your mind off it just a little bit. But other than that, it's like it's so hard, though.
I gotta think the other guy's probably nervous too, especially after he has to look at you at weigh-ins. And
yeah, I think about that too. You know, it's all a mind game, I believe. It's all a mind game.
How do people treat you here in Houston? Are you getting any love? Are people starting to, you know, get a little celebrity and figure out who you are?
Yeah, I get a little love. My old lady don't like that. Everywhere we go, at least one person know me, and so she don't like that. So I told her, see, if you ever try to cheat on me or something like that, somebody gonna know.
So what? I guess if a fan sees you, you know, they want to take a picture with the Beast, say what's up. Is it so? It's okay, but if the ladies around, maybe give it a second or two.
Yeah, the fans are good, but it's just, you know, like whenever I hug other women and take pictures and this and that. So, yeah.
That's good. Well, what are we going to see you accomplish in 2016? You want this Roy Nelson fight. I mean, have you gotten any word that maybe that could happen, or are you just kind of hanging out right now waiting on the call? What are we going to see next from you?
I'm planning on going 3-0, 4-0 this year. I want to go undefeated, you know. If I can't get the Roy Nelson fight, I want to fight somebody in April. It don't matter if it's on main card or prelim. I just want to fight real soon. I don't like sitting around waiting. I just like to keep the ball rolling, you know. It don't matter who it is.
You say you'll fight in the prelims, because I think people think you're ready for some big opportunities, but you don't care. Just fight.
Yeah, right. I put some thought into it. I just want to fight. You know, I'm sitting around too much. I'm almost 300 pounds now. I'm getting too fat, man. You see, we at Mike Seafood right now, about to eat. I need to fight, so I start back training.